You are watching Travel World Online.
News highlights of the day. Kerala sets its sights on cruise tourism, invites EOI. Government aims 25% women workforce in Indian aviation by 2025. Moscow celebrates International Yoga Day. Committee meets to discuss ecotourism policy. Goa Tourism Minister opposes blanket ban on tourists visiting waterfalls during monsoon. China, Australia announce 5-year multiple entry visa for tourists and business travelers. News in details. The Kerala Maritime Board, KBM, has invited expressions of interest, EOI, from competent firms to establish coastal cruise services connecting 4 non-major ports and a major port in the state with neighboring ports on the west and east coasts, along with international cruise services. The Directorate General of Civil Aviation, DGCA, has issued an advisory to the stakeholders to increase the participation of women in the aviation workforce to 25% by 2025, as the government looks at ways to break gender bias and promote women empowerment in the country. Moscow celebrated the 10th International Yoga Day 2024 by organizing mass asana sessions, expert talks on Ayurveda and meditation programs simultaneously at multiple venues across the city. Organized by the Jawaharlal Nehru Cultural Center at the Embassy of India in Moscow with the support of the Moscow government, the event attracted thousands of locals and city guests.
It's one of the fabulous, and I would say this is one of the unique and most innovative app I've seen over the last couple of years, at least for the hotel industry and even for the travel community, I would say. The app actually brings everything under one roof.
Download Travel Business app. The committee constituted to chart out the course towards an ecotourism policy of the Telangana government met on Saturday last week. Goa Tourism Minister Rohan Khonte expressed strong opposition to a circular from the Forest Department that prohibits tourists from visiting all waterfalls in the state during the monsoon season. Speaking to reporters, Khonte criticized the circular issued by a senior Forest Department official recently, arguing that it undermines efforts to boost tourism in Goa's hinterland. China and Australia will provide each other's citizens with multiple entry visas of up to 5 years for tourism and business, the Chinese Foreign Ministry said recently. The visa arrangement followed a milestone trip by China's Premier Li Qiang to Australia last week that marked a stabilization in bilateral relations after a period of frosty ties.
You are watching Travel World Online.